Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
This one up to the 26. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Well, he's going to take a shot right away into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes, and when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, it's long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And it won't be a pick 6, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with a J. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air? And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And the Colts coming out now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw on second down is Locke. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Down, flag 22.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Watson now to throw. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are going to get it at the 20. And the Colts getting ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Doyle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he's got his man, Hilton. Hilton's first catch, good for a 1st down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. 3rd and 2, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. So he got 3 on 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Come back, come back.
Watson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And the pitch goes to Miller. Room here to run. Quick move by Miller. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8th. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Love. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Love. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big. That's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Be right, be right, be right. That's Mark. Go ahead. On.
He's going to get it running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Throwing his line. He's got his man. It's Curse. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see that sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Luck. This will be caught inside the 10. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. And on the ground they go with a running back. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll toss it to Miller. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the two-point try. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. So the Colts now bringing the offense back onto the field as they'll go for two. Luck now to throw. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They begin with a run by Miller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Get
On first down, Love. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Love. Ebron's got it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a nice game.
Lock on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. It's Mack. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll run it here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Luck going to keep it on the sneak. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun.
This is where you need to rely on your offensive line, and you tell the person carrying the football, no dilly-dallying around, no trying to hit the home run. Just hit the hole hard and get in there for a first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They'll try to punch it into Miller. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now Watson going to sneak it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Jay Ajayi, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Watson. Over the middle, and It's incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
Now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Love. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Again, Locke. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing again is Locke. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. So here we go. The Colts will go for 2. Here's a toss coming right. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come back, come back.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And that is incomplete. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Colts, It was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I like when birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bed. I got the demon on flats. I got the